A blast. About me. Cute as can be. Hey, that must be me. Oh, I got the camera person laughing too. So, I love retro stuff. You know, and summer's almost over, and I was playing with this earlier tonight, and once it got too dark, we couldn't film. So, hey, here we are inside. So let's talk about Whippersnapper. It kind of has a retro look, right? I mean, you got two paddles here, the old school and the young. Let's talk about the old school first, all right? I mean, polymer core, fiberglass top. I love the feel of this paddle when the ball hits it, you know. It has a good balance of control and power. I mean, I'm able to let the ball absorb into the paddle and I can guide it. And yet, you know, I have enough power here. Now, the cool thing about the handle's very minimalistic. I mean, you can put over grip on it if you want, but I personally like a nice thin grip because I feel like I could really roll the paddle. So this here is the old school, what's usually known as a traditional pickleball paddle. I mean, you can see it's more of that squarish shape. I mean, it's traditional handle, 4.5 inch, 8 inch wide. The length is about 15 3/4, and it's a little heavier. It's, you know, 8.3 ounces. And by the way, you know, the old school retails for $135. And at the end of the video, if you read the description, I have a little coupon code that will get you a discount. And the young, you know, pretty much plays just like it, except it's just the dimensions are a little different. I mean, this is more of a modern type pickleball paddle. I mean, it's thinner, it's sleeker, the handle's a little longer here. So if some of the folks who coming in from tennis nowadays have a two-handed backhand, you know, this would be great. I mean, sometimes, you know, on my backhand, I really get a nice whip attack, and you see the ball just dive when it goes right towards the opponent. So this one, the handle is 5 3/4, a little longer, you can see it. The length is about 16, almost 1/2 inches. And the width, it's thinner, you lose a little bit. So instead of 8 inches, it's 7 5/8 of an inch. So I lose about 3/8 of an inch, but you know, I gain it here in length. Now the weight of this paddle is 7.7, it's lighter, it's smoother. I mean, I do like the feel of this one. Personally, you know, I do prefer this over the old school, but I tell you what, the old school was a little lighter by, you know, half an ounce or so. You know, if it weighed 7.7 or 7.8, I might actually like this also, but the young, I just love it. I mean, both of these paddles are good to try. I mean, if you like the heavier paddle, you know, the 8.3 or so, try this out. You might like the feel of this. I mean, I noticed with the heavier paddle, you don't have to work as hard. You know, it really puts a lot of mass, a lot of force on the ball. And the lighter paddle, I provide the force. I provide the speed of this. Anyway, both of these retail for $135 from Whippersnapper. And like I said in the description, I'll have the link to the website and coupon code. This is the old school. This is the young. And by the way, the colors are interchangeable. I mean, you can get an old school in either the tuxedo color or what I call the candy stripe. And same with the young. But, you know, wow, these colors are amazing. I mean, this is kind of cool. This is real hip, retro, and this is like putting on the Ritz. And both of the Whippersnapper, the young and the old school, are Pickleball Librarian approved.